Also say Kalayim Layel Bashim Yoshab Bashim Makak Wadash and double on this to the elders and apostles, great Muslim GMS who do rule and teach well. Out here once again with a new video and try to make this kind of quick because I gotta be out the house pretty quick. Try to get myself out to work. This is an article I didn't get a chance to get into yesterday. I went into the other one about I think it was even the same guy as mentioned here, Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. I believe it was him who said it. But, Europeans asked during like a press conference or whatever, some sort of conference, hey, are Europeans going to be at the table when it comes to Ukraine? And, Marco Rubio, I think he said it, and he said no. He basically said no. And when you kind of read in the article, Trump is a proud devil, man. All the devils under him, man, they all proud, right? And they're basically saying, hey, this stuff is going on in your region, but we over here, all the way over here, we're going to handle it, right? And that's Babylon the Great for you, the whore that sitteth upon many waters. Right, and they've always been like that, man, going overseas and telling other people about how to handle stuff in their territory and taking control of it, right? So Secretary of State Marco Rubio advanced President Trump's bold plan for Gaza during a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Sunday, right? Every day something's going down. Rubio and Netanyahu both, I think that means Most High gives, if I'm correct, both highlighted that Iran is the single largest obstacle of peace in the region during a Sunday joint statement. While Netanyahu did not comment on Trump's specific plans for Gaza, Rubio emphasized the U.S. and Israel cannot return to tired strategies that have failed to produce peace in the past. Right now, Iran is roughly in the pace of Persia. And when you read Ezekiel 38, and he goes on down the list of Gog's allies, amongst them is Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, right? And these are all nations that have good relations with Russia, right? Turkey, etc. The president has also been very bold about his view of what the future of Gaza should be, right? Which pretty much he wants to develop over it. He wants to kick, these Palestinians out, these Ishmaelites out, and build up the region himself. And say, hey, you know what? The U.S. is gonna own the region, and we gonna build over it. We're gonna put stuff over it, and give these development projects to different nations in the region, which is what he says. But at the end of the day, these nations out here, some of them are not gonna be going along with that, and they gonna want to fight, man, and that's gonna be World War III. It's gonna take place in the Middle East. That's why above Ukraine, man, everyone has their eyes pointed towards the Middle East. Right now, Netanyahu about to open the gates of hell on Hamas if it did not follow through with releasing every remaining hostage in Gaza, right? Which I think he probably does believe that hell is an actual place, but maybe he doesn't. But hell is just a grave. The common theme in all these challenges is Iran is a great source of instability in the region. Right, look at all this rhetoric. Right, behind every terrorist group, behind every act of violence, behind every stabilizing activity. Right, even though we know that the U.S. is behind a lot of these groups. Right, they train them. Actually, I believe they say Israel created Hamas. To be honest, and funded them and created them pretty much. I know the U.S. funded, trained Al Qaeda. I've seen different things where the U.S. like special forces, they trained a lot of guys that will become like these different cartels, so it doesn't make sense, man. They lying out their teeth. They can never be nuclear Iran that call itself immune from pressure and from action. That can never happen, right? The meeting comes 1 week after Trump raised eyebrows to call remove Palestinians from Gaza and develop the area under U.S. ownership, right? And then that's pretty much that, right? So let's get some precepts. All right, so first things first, right? This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 4, right? Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord power, the sake of the Lord power to the mountains, to the hills, to the valleys, all these different nations, to desolate waste, to cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and a division, to the residue that the heathen found about, right? Which the mountains, the rivers, yeah, because that's what happened to our land, right? They got taken. Right? Let's read on, right? Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy, if I spoke against the residue of the heathen, against all Idumea, which have appointed my land to their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with spiteful minds, to cast it out, for a prey, right? That's what they've done, right? So the residue of the heathen, right, and against all Idumea, because you have heathens in our land. That land belongs neither to Ishmael nor to Amalek, right, nor to Edom. Right? It's not their land, right? And that's why, in the fire of the Lord's jealousy, these ICBMs, he's going to root them out of that land, right? So Isaiah chapter 34, right? Yeah, verse 1. Is it therefore one? Come near, all ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Right, so all you nations are going to be destroyed, man. And we know America is going to be a place that's not going to be inhabited from generation to generation. So don't even worry about them, right? But Amalek, right? In that land's going to get nuked, right? And that land, you nations, once the missile and the debris clears up, we're going to come down and gather all you nations and force you to build up that land, man. We're going to destroy all the missile silos, Ezekiel 39, and all that stuff is going to come to pass, right? But, they're in our land, and what are they doing? They're pushing war, right? And they're really just pushing themselves to their own destruction. They're pushing towards World War III, and that's what the Most High has got them doing. Verse 3, their slain shall be cast out, and this thing shall come up, and their carcasses and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Right? So that's just the sheer amount of death, the carcasses. That's what it says, maybe it's Revelation 19, hearken ye fowls of heaven, because there's a great feast. God has prepared a great feast for you, the blood of captains, the blood of kings, the blood of mighty men, right? And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll, and the host shall fall down as a leaf fall from the vine, and as a falling fig from a fig tree, right? So all the heaven shall be parted together, it's like a scroll, because when you have a scroll rolling up, it looks like a mushroom cloud, man. You got the top part, the bottom part, and you got the little, because you look at it from that perspective, it kind of looks like a semicircle on either side and whatever, So it looks like a mushroom cloud, pretty much, We had falling fig from the fig tree. That's how the missiles look when they get high in the sky. They're like arrows, so they also like into arrows, because arrows have that same, kind of thing, like gravity, whatever, lob high up into the sky, because you shoot it off at an angle, it'll kind of go up, and then gravity will kind of pull it down. It still has like forward momentum, so it'll kind of continue to move, while being in the air. It'll continue to move in its direction whilst being in the air and crash down. And like an arrow, it's computer guided, man, because devils, thou art wiser than Daniel, man. Most High, right? And their blessing is a sword, right? So start with Oppenheimer, man. Most High has given these devils the ability to create these weapons of mass destruction, right? These WMDs, right? For my soul shall be bathed in heaven, but it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my cursed judgment, right? It's going to come down upon this place, man, right? Idumea, Greek way, St. Edom, right? It's going to destroy, destruction come upon America, destroy them, right? But also that land of Israel is going to get hit too, right? All the Amalekites going to die down there, man. That's not their land. That's why surely the fire of the Lord's jealousy, he's going to destroy that land too, right? Missiles going to hit that part, right? That whole region is just going to be, hit, man. It's just going to be a great amount of death. And so then you read Ezekiel 39, we don't have to get it, but When you read down like the middle part, it says, how we're gonna force these nations to clean up that region, right? The nations that we capture. We're not gonna be out here with no shovels and stuff. It's dumb. Right? The sword of the Lord is filled with fatness, filled with blood, is made fat with fatness. The blood of lambs and goats, the fat kidneys of rams. The Lord have a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Right? America. Right? Anywhere Esau is, man, it's gonna be great destruction. Right? It's gonna be great destruction in the whole Middle Eastern region, around about Arabia. Right? Around Arabia, around Israel, right? That whole region is going to be, a great slaughter. It's going to be in that land, right? Great death, right? The Valley of Jehoshaphat, was it Yahweh Mashaphat, something like that. But I'm going to let that be that little one edified, and I say, Shalom.